Hi guys, this is Jamie with gettingcrafty.net. That's gettingcrafty.net. I'm so grateful that you're joining me for today's Creating Friday. We are going to create something on our Fashion Friday post. I love fashion, as you may or may not know. I adore how clothes can make you feel empowered and look fabulous even on the worst days. So I think that's the same for a handmade card, personally. We're going to use our paper trimmer today. Stampin' Up's paper trimmer is nice and lightweight, and it has a scoring blade as well as a cutting blade inside of it. It's perfect for quick crafting. We're going to use our Whisper White thick cardstock. That's item number 140272. 140272. We're going to model after this dress that you'll see here. And so when I say that fashion inspires me, it really, really does. So for me, fashion and crafting model each other. We're gonna go to 5.5 and score, and then we're gonna cut at 4 1/4. So I just turn it and we're gonna cut here. So because cotton is a primary source for most clothing, the long fibers are very reminiscent of our cardstock. Stampin' Up's cardstock has very long, beautiful fibers, making for easier crafting. Now I have a cardstock that's scored at 5.5, cut at 4 1/4. We're gonna do an elongated card today. We're going to feature one of my favorite bundles in the catalog. It's the Daisy Lane bundle. That includes this Daisy Lane stamp set and this Daisy punch. And that is item number, right here, 151118. 151118. And the bundle together, you save 10% immediately. One of my favorite parts of being a Stampin' Up demonstrator is not only do I have fun crafting and making friends, I also score a great discount on all of my crafting products on top of the bundle price. It makes me very happy. When I can save 35% off the top, it makes me like do the happy gig. We're also going to incorporate the Daisy punch. That is item number, let me grab it. 143713. 143713. These are designed to work together. This was introduced last year. This is a new introduced this year medium daisy punch, and I love it. Then we've got our thick Whisper White cardstock. I'm going to set this to the side so that we're nice and ready. And then we're going to go to Daffodil Delight. So for Daffodil Delight, that's item number 119683. 119683. We're going to use our paper trimmer, and we're going to trim it down to a very small border. I don't want the yellow to be very in your face. I want it to be very simple and streamlined, almost like a really pencil thin belt. So I'm going to go to 4 1/8. And so basically what I do is I go to the size that I want, which would be like the size is 5.5, and I'm gonna go back 1/8 on that, just so that I've got the measurements correctly. I sometimes think backwards. I think that's how some creative souls do it, like myself. I'm just saying. So that is I really love that. I only want 1/8 of a difference on this. Then we're gonna take a piece of black cardstock. That is item number 121045. 121045. And I started pulling the cardstock out to show you. Let me grab that. And we're gonna take and cut that to 1/8 less than that. So we're gonna go to 5 1/4 here. And then we're gonna go to, so let's do 4. I believe that takes us to where I want it to be. We'll see if I did it right. And looking here, I just want a really small border. See how tiny that border is? Very, very neat and clean. When you're crafting, you almost want to imitate fashion in the same way. And then we're just gonna take a piece of regular Whisper White cardstock. That is item number 100730. This white cardstock is designed to layer. And I just cut that in half. So there we go. Now I'm going to use the large daisy punch, and we're gonna punch odd number of 3. So I'm gonna go to 3 whole daisy punches. So 3, 1, 2, and 3. And then we're gonna do the same thing with the medium daisy punch right here. And the fashion that inspired today did not have yellow, but we're gonna have fun creating. I wanted a little tiny pop of color. So using our thick Whisper white cardstock, it looks like I scored it at the wrong place. You have to love that. Oh, I don't like that. So go ahead, probably me being on live, taking that thick Whisper white cardstock right here. And the reason you want a thick piece of Whisper white cardstock is you want a really nice, we're gonna score it at, we're scoring it at 5.5 and then cutting it at 4 1/4. You want a nice sturdy base, kind of like you want really strong shoes for your outfit so that you can walk around. If you have, I love me a pair of high heels, but if you have really high, I used to wear 5-inch heels. I don't do that anymore. But if you have a really high heel, that doesn't give you a very strong platform and you're tending to wobble. That's the same with card making. Now we're just gonna take that cardstock, that thick Whisper white, nice strong platform, and we're gonna use the bone folder at a 45-degree angle. You don't have to press hard to impress the edge. Our bone folders are fabulous. Now, I want this to mimic the dress, so nice and long and clean. That's why I've done this. And then we're going to take the Daffodil Delight, we're gonna place it on, and you can see how this is gonna come together. But before I finish putting all that together, I'm gonna set this to the side. We're gonna put our daisies on this cute card. So I want to fill it up. And what I'm going to do is set aside my goodies. Everything falls like right around me when I'm crafting. And we're gonna use our multi-purpose liquid adhesive right here. And I'm gonna eyeball it first. I like to plan out my cards and kind of go up. And I want this to be whimsical, not stationary in the least. I want nice, whimsical looking card, like so. I dig it. Perfect. So then I'm going to take my multi-purpose liquid adhesive, or you can use glue dots, and I'm going to kind of just do a little half circle, and I'm going to embrace, I think it was like 3 on this one. We can always fix that. And then I'm going to go through and do the same. So I can see here it's pretty much like 3 as well. So go ahead and do that. And I'm going to place the adhesive all around the card, nice and light. And then when I'm done, I will utilize my silicone craft sheet, and I'll show you how that goes. Now, anytime I use my liquid adhesive like so, I like to take a silicone craft sheet. This is the Stampin' Up! One. I use it to put adhesives on top. Often I'll stick it under a project while crafting, but it has a sense of gravity to it. It's a natural gravity. You don't have to squeeze it, and I don't like getting glue on my fingers. So that is how I avoid that to this. We're also going to grab my Take Your Pick tool right here. And we're going to grab my adhesive back pearl jewels. That's item number 144219. And we're going to create a little bit of whimsy with this card. So while that's going, I'm going to adhere with our snail adhesive right to the card front. And then place it down, and it's a snug fit. Remember, we want like a stylized dress here. And I know I'm making references to clothing, but really the two do model one another, and it makes me happy. And you like the model notation there. Now, oh, see, one didn't stick very well, so maybe I didn't actually get the adhesive on it. And that's actually not bad because it's just the one in the middle, so we're good. I literally place a little dot on my thing and then I drag. You don't want to over glue. That is, I think, the biggest struggle people have with using liquid adhesive, like our multi-purpose liquid glue. This is great because it'll hold 3Ds. It's just fabulous, super strong, super cute. Right here. Then we're going to go ahead and I would put this back on, but it's right there in the middle. It's not like it needs it, and it's not going to fall off, in my opinion. And then we're going to take this here and our paper snips, and we're going to trim, but I don't trim from the front. I flip it over and I'll trim from back. That helps me to see it a little bit better. One of my friends lives in a beautiful mansion out in Malibu, and she's so fashion forward. And so I'm actually making this card for her. though it's probably missing the glitter factor that she rocks on a regular basis. There we go. Super easy peasy lemon squeezy. I'm gonna get rid of these bits and pieces because that's what I do. Don't leave them where you're stamping, whatever you do. It's really not good because first of all, if it has any adhesive on it, it's going to stick to your platform. You should always craft with something underneath. I like our paper, grid paper, but I just use this for like my standard crafting. My wood table has a texture to it. It's an antique wood that's been shoshobond, so it has a real texture. That's why I also use the stamping mat for better stamping. Now we're gonna take your pick tool and the gummy edge here, and we're gonna take and pick up those pearls and place them around the card. Okay, so you can see, really, pearls are the classic embellishment. We all should have a good pair of pearls in our earring collection, in my opinion. A nice pearl necklace. I have fake pearls to real pearls. I love a good pearl necklace. If you want to clasp something up, that's where you go. Now, using our snail adhesive, I'm going back and I'm going to place this. It's got a very small border, just like so. Boop, chitty, boop, 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 boop. So cute. And so I'm going to take this over and using the side of my bone folder, I'm going to impress upon the edge, which is going to take the adhesive from having a nice connection to having a firmer connection. And this might look kind of plain, but it's actually beautiful in its elegance and its simplicity. Now we're going to use the Daisy Lane stamp set to wish her a happy birthday. As you can see, I've already punched a really sweet greeting. The moments in life, the best moment in life happen with you. So that really is my friend Daisy. She's been a blessing in my life for so many years. I'm so grateful for her. Now I've punched the medium-sized daisy and I'm going to cut them in half. Boop. Then I'm going to place them white on white. Hello, can you get any more fabulous than that? I don't know. And it's another one of those really simple, subtle accessories. And I'm going to do that to all three and then adhere them down. Can I just tell you, I love a tool that does the work for you. Much like our silicone sheet. Does all that work for you. I don't get sticky fingers. It makes me happy. Now, up close, you can see the elegance of the white on white right there. Simple, clean, and beautiful. And then here, a little pop of black and white with a small dash of yellow, inspired by a girlfriend of mine who does beautiful in fashion. So even if you're not the most fashion-oriented person, if you realize that clothing and style mimic each other, I hope that it inspires you to create something new. Have a good one. Bye.